All right, gang, we're back out here at the house finally. Took me a little time this week to get out here because we've been so flipping busy this week. A couple new clients and so on and so forth. But anyway, I'm out here now. So look at that, we got us a house, right? They're doing the roof decking right now. See the big supply of wood over there? They're putting the roof decking on. You'll see some of that going on inside the house. And so now I'm going to try to do a little educational video. As you can see, they got the roof decking there. They got their little shims set up, their little stands up. Now they can shove it right up on the roof. Okay, and they got another one set up over there. Very cool. Makes it easier on them. So let's talk about some things that we're doing. And by the way, I was kind of pleasantly surprised. Your plumbing has already been roughed in and we're not done framing yet. What that's telling me is the county's allowing, because of the labor and supplies and how long it takes to build a house these days, the county's letting them get ahead of the curve a little bit. Now, it'll all still be inspected. They're just letting them get ahead of the curve and get a couple more disciplines going at one time. Usually don't see that stuff until after framing is complete, okay? Which is good, so it'll keep things moving. It's all being flexible, right? So let's talk about a few things. We're going to kind of distinctly talk about framing here real quick. There's multiple things that go on to make your house strong, make it resistant to moisture, termites, so on and so forth. Your bottom plates that run the entire, every bottom plate in the house, and we'll see some more on the inside, are made out of pressure treated wood. Okay, see how green that looks down there? That's pressure treated wood. And the entire wall system, all the way around the perimeter of the house, is bolted to that footer. That footer is about 12 to 18 inches thick. Well, those what I call bowl bolts, and that's an old term for them, those bolts go down into an expansion sheath that when they bolt it down, it goes down about 5 or 6 inches actually. It goes down well below that area there, so maybe 6 or 7 actually. It goes down well below that, but I think they're about 6. Anyway, so as you bolt down in it spreads the sheath like an old sheetrock anchor, and that secures that wood down to the footer, okay? And they do that all the way around the house. Also, depending on whereabouts it's engineered, you'll have these corner brackets. They're bolted down, and see all the nails they use to go in sideways. There's another one right there. Now, they're not in every corner, they're not by every window, just whatever the engineering of the house calls for, okay? All these houses are engineered for wind loads and structural strength and stuff, okay? All right, and of course we're in our garage. We got our, that's our garage entry door, and that the one that'll go right there. And this is our front entry door. The reason they're here right now is because that's part of the framing inspections by the county. They'll want to see what screws, because this is a weak point, if you will, to your structure, right? There's a doorway. So on a heavy wind load, it potentially could dislodge from the framing of the house. The reason they're here now and during framing is because the county is going to want to see that installed into the framing, okay? And they'll leave a couple screws when they screw it in. I can't open it right now, but the framework up there, they'll screw it in and they'll leave a couple of screws out. There's a certain length screw they want to use, and so the county wants to be able to see that and be able to inspect that, okay? So we may see them next time we're here. They get them installed. That one will be in this hole here, and you'll have screws hanging down. That way the county can see what size screws they used. Because that gives that, that opening strength, okay? If that makes sense, okay? A couple more things real quick while we're in the garage. This is called a shear wall, okay? You got one inside the house as well. Every house has different types of walls, or different shear walls in different locations, depending on, the engineering, the strength needs of the houses, and some out front there. What that does is helps with stability of the house. I know it doesn't seem like it ought to do much, but it really, really does, okay? It's called a shear wall, and they'll all be sheetrocked over, of course. Okay, what else we got? We got some plumbing. Already roughing in, which is great, like I said. I can't see the gauge here. Let's see. Your inbound water, on the average, is about 60 to 70 pounds countywide. They don't have that one pressurized anymore. I think we saw it when I did the foundation, but anyway, you got PEX tubing coming in, okay? That's flexible line, thick walled line coming in, and of course your PVC going out. And this, of course, being a bathroom setup here, because that's your toilet drain there, okay? And so they usually pressurize those to about 125 to 150 pounds, okay? Let's see, what else can we talk about here? Got our stairwell, of course. We got our front door space. See the way they sandwich the wood together, the 2x4s. They build different header systems for different locations. Okay, that's where your front door, of course, is going to go. You got your stressed beams between your floors. Okay. So our dining space. And of course, coming into our great room, kitchen island. See, they got them all. See all the hangers they use. Okay, joists or stressed members to support your second floor. Okay, and also when we get upstairs, I'm going to show you something else about how they tie trusses down. But all of this is strapping. Part of our wind resistance, wind loads. Okay, it's all strapping, and you can see more of those type of tie downs, those brackets, those L brackets. Okay, here in the corners as well. That helps hold things down, hold things together during heavy wind loads. Okay. Again, like I said, different houses have them at different points, depending on what the engineering plans call for. And you can see those bolts that are running the entire perimeter of the house. A big giant header system they built up there for your 3 windows. And you can see some of your between floor plumbing, your drain lines. Again, I'm glad to see they have allowed them to, have a couple of different disciplines moving forward at the same time. Because right now we wouldn't see any of that under normal conditions, I'll call it. There's a good look at one of those pre-stressed members between your floors.
Hey, make sure you got 32 on there.
All right.
And that'll be every board we'll need. 3 and 4.
Coming up to our second floor. You can see they're working on the roof decking. Coming over here to a bathroom. All right, you see this tub has been installed, and again, the plumber comes in and does that during the framing because the county wants to make sure that these don't leak. Because your drains are gravity, right? So they've already checked the inbound water by pressurizing it prior to slab being poured, but the only way to check drain lines, because they're all gravity fed, is to fill tubs with water. So they'll keep an eye on that, make sure the water level doesn't drop. Okay, and they seal off the other end of your drain outside so that the water can stay inside the system. And of course, that's part of the county inspections. Got our bedrooms over here, still got some of our bracing and stuff in place. Here, all the banging up top. Let's go back here. I want to show you. They're up there putting the roof decking on. A little chunk of wood. All right, I'm going to show you. We're near master bedroom. We're near master bedroom bathroom right now. Here's your big fat bathtub. That one's filled with water as well. Okay, and you see all your shower and your tub plumbing. Now, there's your view. Anyway, if you look up, you can see that screw that's right there. Okay, it's that little red-headed screw. Okay, there's one at every truss location, all the way around the house. Okay, goes all the way around the house. And where a truss touches the top plates, there's one of those screws. Those screws are about 7 inches long. They go up through the top plates into the trusses. They're huge. And that's, of course, I was all inspected, but that's part of the tie-down systems, wind resistance that we do with homes. Okay, it's one of the big deals they started doing about 3-4 years ago, probably, I guess. Is my guess on that. Okay, so we're here in your master bedroom. That's going to be your view out there. Very nice. You wake up in the morning. Guys, I'm telling you, you did a good choice keeping this lot. 5 years from now, when you decide it's time to sell, move on, do something else, or not, but if you do, significant value. So, let's see what else. Can we talk about anything? It's our washer and dryer space, of course. And by code, that right there is a drain that goes to the outside. That'll be cut off, of course. There'll be a pan there that your washer will sit on. Code says you got to be able to trap water. If that washer leaks, they don't want water on your floor going down through from the second floor to the first floor. So that pan, your washer will sit in. You'll have one of those at closing. Okay. So of course your inbound water, drain lines and all. Okay. So there you go. There's a little quickie lesson All right, guys. And this is kind of cool because this is all going to be open. This whole stairwell space. I'm on the landing right now. That's just going to be very cool looking when it's all done. All right. So anyway, questions or comments, give me a call. We appreciate you guys, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.